Ooh, I'm about to piss Outcast fans off.
What you gonna do?
I am
What you gonna do?
because
Who
they
better?
got.
We might as well get it started, man. Back in full effect. Bishop is still Juice and Uncle Vic. What's going on with you, Vic, man?
Nothing much. What's going on, sir? How have you been lately?
Man, been good, man. We talked about it a little bit before we started recording, and it's like the whole creator thing and just balancing that with life and something that's super understated in this whole world of trying to be entrepreneurs now. And like everyone's on that entrepreneur wave in a sense, even if you really aren't. There's something you're doing, I'm sure, that's entrepreneuristic in some way, shape, or form today. Like if it's social media, if it's podcasting, if it's something, everyone's has like a side business. At least everyone I'm familiar with has some sort of side business, side idea they're trying to pursue in some way, shape, or form. So it's definitely just working through life and trying to build this as well at the same time and other things and ventures whatnot.
Yeah, man. That's like I'm glad to see that, and it reminds me of Andy Warhol saying that he said decades ago that eventually every human will be a star at some point. Everybody will have their 15 minutes of fame or whatever, and I wonder because everybody got a podcast, everybody rap, everybody got something going on,
Right.
and I think that makes a great barter system because just how me and you cross brand and all the other personalities I plan to bring onto this page, they all got YouTube pages too. My oldest daughter just created her page yesterday, and it's
Absolutely.
like I want to see that happen, but at the same time, with the birth of AI and all of these things happening, I wonder, are we going to oversaturate everything, and are we all going to be able to be successful off of it?
Successful. That's the key word. And I feel like everyone defines success in different ways and shapes. I think for us, we want to define it by like this being our livelihood, like this being something we can live off of without having to depend on 9 to 5s in this kind of realm. I feel like that's what me and you both kind of have in common as far as this goes. So we want to pursue this as a living kind of thing. While many people, like I said, are doing this as side ventures, whatever. And I think everyone goes by the whole what's the thing that everyone says? These seven avenues of revenue in order to be consider yourself wealthy or whatever. We should be a millionaire. You need
To
seven
be a millionaire.
years to be a millionaire. You need seven forms of revenue. And that's definitely a mindset that I have, a hustler mindset. But at the same time, I think people forget, and it's a step that everyone seems to just kind of overlook. And it's a step that if you overlook it, there's definitely privilege involved, and that's just it takes money to make money. It takes some sort of sacrifice that is just painful to a certain extent to reach that success. Like if it's cutting out certain like social life events or just social life activities in general, or if it's just sacrificing like family time or just time to yourself, free time in general. Like free time is basically just eliminated to reach that, and it's a tough thing to swallow. It's a pill to swallow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, right? I think about I took a year off. You took a year off
Mm-hmm.
because it's a lot trying to create something from nothing when you have so many life obligations. But there's nothing to complain about because I think everybody who created a fortune did the same thing. And to piggyback off what you said, how you view success, that's relative because everybody may not want to be a millionaire. I know for me, all I want to do is not punch a clock no more. If I can
Yeah.
do, I always say my end goal. I don't need 70,000 cars. I would like some land, but just for my family to be able to have somewhere to go in the event that anything catastrophic happens. But at the end of the day, even if it's not catastrophic, just if they want to come hang out, dad got some land, we can build some properties on it. But I'm okay with having my family situated, me not having to punch no clocks, and make a living creating the cool shit I like to create. Maybe a toy here and there, maybe something with a drop top because I feel like I need that. But other than that, I don't need much.
Right. And I feel like that is comfort. We're seeking comfort. We're seeking that level of comfortability. We just don't have to stress little things. Like I feel like it's unfortunate that we reach a stage. I feel like money is more of a stressor now than ever before. Like for me, I don't remember my parents stressing over like of course they had stress, but it wasn't to the point where, you know, I felt their struggle. I felt their struggle in ways, but it just never felt like it hit. And I feel like today is like it's tough to raise a family and also
Man,
live
it's to
your
the
life.
point where you need 2 jobs just to live under the poverty line.
You know what I'm saying? Easily.
And yeah, it's like the clip I just saw of Damon Dash saying $1 million wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And when I factor in inflation, everything that's happened since COVID, uh, just looking at the job market, I noticed that the price of everything has went up. Yet somehow jobs don't seem to be offering more money, but they're offering more hours. Like they don't want to pay you more; they want to work you more to make more money.
Because one, I'm not sure if it's all jobs, but my job is so much rollover. It's so many like it's hard to keep employees because like the pay is either too little or the hours are too much. It's like it's so much put on employees now because there's so few people wanting to work. It seems like people don't want to work anymore for real, and the ones that do want to work have to work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you got to. Like, it's a necessity.
People are coming back out of retirement to work.
Facts.
That is crazy, bro. And it's like
I remember when I was in high school, like $15 an hour seemed like a lot of money. And like I think shout out to the homie Cordell Watts, he made a post recently talking about like if a job ain't paying 30, I really ain't trying to look at it. And that's real. It's 30 bucks an hour. It's a lot of money. But at the same time, you think about like big metropolitan areas like New York City he's in or Chicago where I'm at.
That's not even $30 ain't even an hour. $30 an hour ain't even enough in New York, Chicago, LA.
If you ain't making $60,000 a year, it's like you struggling. He's struggling in the household. Like it's like you struggling. It's real.
At least 60.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why when Dave said $1 million wasn't enough, I questioned it for a second. And I'm like, well, he in LA. And then I thought about it and I'm like, I feel like I can make $1 million a year work in Ohio, but who the fuck wants to live in Ohio for the rest of their life?
Exactly.
Or even back home in Michigan. $1 million a year may be enough, but it may not, because then again, your bills go up. You can't make $1 million a year and live in the same environment, because as soon as you know you got a little bit of money, you become a target. So, yeah, I don't disagree with that take.
Yeah, man, it's crazy just to say that. You know what I'm saying? But $1 million really, if you think about it, if I won $1 million right now, then I'll be happy as shit. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But if I pay off all the bills I want to pay off, and I do everything I want to do with that $1 million won't last me. Of course, I invested. I invest, of course, in that. But that $1 million lasts for real. But off the rip, like $1 million, it's today probably equates what $100,000 was 10 years ago or 20 years ago.
Yeah, in the clip he said, you get $1 million and you go buy a 25-cent bag of chips or something. You can't even find a 25-cent bag of chips today. But you know what I'm saying? You ain't even a millionaire no more.
Exactly. That quick. And it's crazy to say that, but when you look at like even like little things, like I look at NBA contracts now. I'm like, man, these numbers that we're seeing, the numbers
almost going to get 300 million.
It's crazy, especially considering like but Jordan retired in 98. What's that? 15 years ago and 25 years ago, he wasn't getting that for his whole career. Probably
Jordan was getting 30.
For just 1 year.
The best player in the world was getting 30.
You know what I'm saying? Mine's getting 200, 300. Jaylen Brown for the Boston Celtics is expected to get $304 million for like a 5-year deal. That's like what? That's $60 million a year. what?
Yeah, man.
And
And that's what.
it's like when you hear as a regular Joe or average person, it's like that's something you want to obtain is that kind of wealth, that kind of money. But it's like it's not as easy as it seems. And unfortunately, like media and TV makes everything seem like this money is so accessible, which it could be, but like it takes some work to get the. he ain't going to
I
come.
can't tell the way these social media niggas is holding courses. Every time I scroll Instagram,
Yeah.
it's a nigga advertising how to make some
Yeah.
money, but you got to give
Wall
them
Street
$1,000.
Trapper, EYL, and like I believe that them guys are legit, but like, for me, being who I am, I just can't. Well, it takes discipline. It takes a lot to invest a lot of your money like that, and you can't just invest $20. I'm saying here or there to get where they at. I'm saying you got to invest some big dollars to do the shit. Like, it's not it ain't
Yeah, and
cheap
how you
to
gonna do
invest
that when it take two? And how you gonna do that when it take two jobs to live
exactly
barely on the poverty line?
exactly. And like motherfuckers online make this shit seem so much easier than it is. Like, it's not that easy. It's not as easy as saying, "Oh, put this."
If
to
it
the
was that
side.
easy, we'd all be doing it.
I swear. I remember when the fucking stimulus was coming out. Everyone was trying to do the Robin Hoods, the Coinbase, the Bitcoin, all this shit was going on. Like when that shit was popping, everybody had a little extra money and try to do that shit. I guarantee you, once the stimulus check stopped, everyone went to the withdraw button. give me all the money I have in there. Cause I need that shit now. Like I need it now.
Yeah, and there's so many content creators out here. You know, people are. You don't even have enough time to keep up with all the content creators. That's why I respect and support and love anybody that's supporting this for whatever view we get. Because
me too.
Not a lot of time for that. And that's the reason why we should support each other, though. That's why I do try to tap in with as many independent, non-celebrity creators as I can. Because like you said, Cordell Watts, back when True North Views was moving, we could just keep going.
Yeah, but that's why I kind of like I super give you credit and appreciation because like for me, I was in a super slump with Good in the Hood, like and shout out to my bros, Smoother, I'm saying Yogi, J Black, like, but like for me, like we hit a spot where, and like it's a cliche, but time is money, and like after a while, when you start seeing the low, and like you start feeling like, man, you start doubting, having that self doubt, is this worth it? And you felt that weight on you. It's like, damn. You take a break, and all it takes is that break for a week. Like I did like 120 episodes, something like that on Good in the Hood, and like we still. I'm planning to bring that shit back, but like, I was going for a while. I was going 2 episodes a week or more. I'm saying, and typing up interviews and everything. And like after a while, I was like, man, it's just like taking a toll, and I'm not seeing that much productivity. And when I started podcasting, everything I saw was like, man, hit 100 episodes, 100 episodes, and you'll catch that what you're looking for. I get to 120. I say I'm at 120 now. I'm over 100 by 20. So what's going on? And I wanted to just take a breather for a second, and that breather took much longer than I thought it was going to take. I'm saying, but now we're getting back into a Bishop and Steel, and it's definitely discipline and consistency that's important in success and pursuing success. But it's some money that needs to be had too. Money needs to be.
Yeah, but in the long picture, we might have more tomorrows than we got, or we might have more yesterdays than we got tomorrows.
For sure.
So that's when I was like, yo, I know life kicking my ass right now, but just go. Because ain't too much that can happen from not going.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, yo, we've been talking about Bishop and Steel for a year.
Easy.
And that's why when I was sitting in that slump, that's what got me out of it. I said, I know it ain't going to be easy for us to shake our rust off and get back into a rhythm, but as long as we keep going, hey man, something gonna shake because we got some dope shit here.
And that's
why like even from the few reviews that I've gotten from just the 2 clips from the first episode, I ain't heard no bad, and we had fun. So we need that just as men in this society trying to make something out of nothing. This is as much of it is fun. This is as much as it is fun as it is business forward.
Absolutely.
Because I was on cloud 9 for 3-4 days after us recording, so it's like they'll keep this going.
It's therapeutic.
That's motivating me to go into the next.
It's therapeutic. It's really therapy. Doing something you're passionate about, and this is a form of expression also. So it's like it's a form of very much so a form of therapy. Like I remember when I was like fresh out of high school, I was still trying to do the whole rap thing, and like that. Even though I wasn't successful at that, like even just putting pen to paper, it was like getting that off. It's like it's a release. You know what I'm saying, of some sort, and it's truly a gift if you're able to find success in such a thing. Like it's why like I gotta show, even though there's some artists who I roll my eyes at, like it's like, man, gotta tell my hat to you because you making money, you making a living off of something that you're passionate about. At least I hope you're passionate about it. There are some out here doing it for the wrong thing, of course. You know what I'm saying? Doing it just for the money.
That's why I respect anybody that's successful at it, even if I don't care for the. I did a whole rant about how I don't like Jagged Edge, but I respect them for following through and creating what they created. That's why I don't like when content creators get on here and they just tear artists down. Like, yeah, okay, if I don't like you, I don't like you. I'm only one person in your millions or a couple hundred thousands of fans, but I do still respect people that keep pushing their pins, keep getting on content, keep going, because this ain't easy to do. Everybody thinks it's just getting on a camera and talking, and to some degree it is, or writing a couple words that rhyme together, and to some degree it is, but no, it's not. Yeah, everybody can't do this.
It's more to it for sure. It's definitely
so
more to
I
it.
guess moral of this topic is any content creator that's watching or somebody that want to create content, don't stop going. Y'all just seen both of us take a year off, and we ain't stopping. We don't know where it's gonna go, but hey, man, the worst thing you could do is not try.
That's it, man. That's it. Just gotta keep pushing for it. And like in this world, it's so weird because like it's hard to see where the money comes from, where the money. I'm saying like it's just a weird thing. It's hard to pocket watch. I'm saying really in this kind of industry right now because YouTube monetization, TikTok, wherever people getting their money from, Instagram is paying people. Like it's like there's so many avenues to get money in these lanes, but at the same time, it's about putting your head down and grinding through it to find those avenues of revenue.
Yeah, I don't like pocket watching, and if I'm being honest, I think a lot of these creators is capping. But
yeah, got to be.
Hey, if it's creating some sort of revenue stream for you, I guess cap away. I don't know.
But like when you see the numbers, like the dudes, like I'm not sure you're aware, like Aiden Ross or like Kai Cenat, these young guys who are just doing on Twitch, making millions upon millions for just like streaming. It's incredible. Like I never thought I would see a world where we watching people make money to this sum off playing video games and sitting in their living room on a chair. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Man.
Like, there's no prep to that. Like they just go there, you talk shit, and play video games. Like there's no prep at all. Like even for us, that we at least going to say, all right, we have a topic here, boom, boom, boom. It's like something. Even though we're very much so just go at it. We just freestyle it for the most part. It's still some sort of structure attached to it.
Yeah.
Seeing the stream,
and I want to structure it toward the regular niggas, the regular people, the everyday working people, because I feel like a lot of these creators create content for the people who look at social media and believe it.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe none of that shit.
No.
Like I can't, especially with AI, and I don't believe in none of it. It's hard for me to believe anything I see today.
But like mentioning like today and like how things are kind of changing today, we've always kind of talked about like in the sense ageism or like the age gap in between us, and like as I've reached near my mid-30s, I'm like, of course I'm starting to feel that like, oh man, I'm different than this generation. And
one of the ages.
Like one thing that's like really different for me is I remember like being, let's say 19, 20. And I don't remember ever feeling this way about music that I feel today. Or even like even though I'm not in the mix of what the music is made for, I still feel like there's an absence going on. There's nothing that's substantive. There's nothing that seems long lasting.
You don't feel as fulfilled as you used to.
It's that, and I also feel there's nothing out there that is fulfilling anybody. I feel there's no music or no act of this current generation of upcoming artists that feels like they just are going to solidify or stamped or like are going to be here in 10 years and matter. I'm not seeing that. And it's weird
You
to
know,
me.
I think because I just watched this documentary on Hulu last night on Jelly Roll. You ever heard of Jelly Roll?
Big white dude.
Yes.
I've seen him. I'm not sure what he does though.
Yeah, he started out he's like in the I guess you could say he was the first Post Malone
Okay.
because he started, he's from Nashville, I think. He's from Tennessee somewhere in that realm.
Okay.
So his song is huge right now. This song Saved Me. And the documentary was actually named that. And he straddles the line of hip hop and country music, in my opinion. I
Okay.
could be wrong because I'm not as well versed
On
as
some Kid
Jelly
Rock
Roll,
shit.
but yeah, but I think he does it better, in my opinion,
Okay.
because he's still sticking to his hip hop roots. He didn't get into the countryside and just denounce his hip hop
Little Bubba
roots,
Sparks.
right? Yeah, but way better. But I was watching the documentary and it was heartfelt. He was talking about his struggles with going to prison and being in the streets and how he wasn't a celebrity in his mind. He was going to AA meetings and sober houses and talking to people with addiction because obviously that's something that resonated with him. And when I was watching it last night, I said, that's what hip hop seems to be missing. Not to say that we don't have it at all, but because Kendrick will come out and traumatize us every couple of years. Drake gets vulnerable in his vulnerable bag.
Yeah.
We do have that. And we got a lot of rappers, the Simbas, the Sayari, the Kid. I can name a list of rappers who still talk from here. But I feel like that's missing from hip hop. We don't talk about our pain no more. And it's just money, hoes, murder, street
Drugs,
shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, it can't just be the glorification of us. It's like hip hop don't seem to speak for us. That's why when people that are outside of the culture, when they assess us, they assess us like braggadocious. Like that's all hip hop is at this point. And it's not, because we do have rappers speak from their soul, and I hate to say this, because the white boys, Tupac is like Jesus to them. And I started to understand why, because Tupac spoke from his soul. And it's like, they look at a lot of our rappers, and that bothers me sometimes when they say, oh, our rappers, like, I can look at all of these guys, MGK, Marshall, all of the white boys kind of look down at us for talking about jewelry and money and all that, not understanding that it comes from struggle and not having. But I can kind of understand that it's like, okay, that's one thing, but y'all ain't talking about the not having part no more. Y'all ain't talking about what y'all came from. It's like y'all just got here, and now it's like, look at me with all this money. You didn't just have this. Right. What about the other stuff?
Right.
The intangibles that make that accomplishment so important.
That's real.
And I feel like, I hate to say it, even though I'm not a big fan of a lot of white rappers, they seem to be doing that. I don't want to say better, but they seem to be putting that there as opposed to us kind of subtracting it from our music.
I get that kind of also. I get you mean, at least. I get you mean that white rappers tend to be more substance than anything else. Like every white rapper has like a topic. They go on for a topic or an angle, talk about their struggle, their upbringing. There's a story involved with white rappers. Like always has that kind of, that's the Eminem trait. Eminem kind of came to the door with that and kind of just opened the door for them with that.
This is the question that I posed to ask. Are white rappers out substancing us?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Only because, well, at least for me, I'm not too familiar with Jack Harlow. Shout out to Pinky. I'm not too familiar with Jack Harlow. But like for me, it's gonna sound crazy. I guess that's crazy, but like for me as a white rapper, it's gonna be easier to just kind of just say some Eminem ass shit and just get on.
True.
Like as a black rapper, the black struggle doesn't sell as much as the white struggle sells. Like it just doesn't sell that much. Like because when you think about it, you go to a hip hop concert, Man, what it is, you're gonna see more whites than blacks because it's because they're the majority. So
Yeah.
one, if you find a white rapper who's actually talented, who's going to be able to speak to a certain struggle, they're going to find more relatability in their fan base faster than the black artists will. Because for like,
Right.
for instance, even for me, right? I love conscious rap to a certain degree. You call me neo soul guy. I'm saying the Soul Aquarian.
I just was talking about you yesterday. Said that
Soul Aquarian. But like for me,
Soul Aquarian.
I kind of dislike majority of the new conscious rappers. I don't like Cordae. I don't like it's a bunch of newer conscious rappers. I just find them corny or just they kind of blah. Like I don't like Jordan Lucas. I don't like Jordan Lucas for real. But it's artists that kind of fit that mold who I do appreciate, but just those two as example, just don't relate. I don't feel a relation to them. I hear them. They're not bad rappers, but it's not resonating. It's not connecting. It's nothing. I don't know. They're not really hidden for me. Like when I go back to the old conscious rappers like the Mos Def, so even like the recent like Lupe Fiasco, even J. Cole and Kendrick, like it's something about them that has a certain distinguishable trait that makes them stand out that I don't feel like a lot of these newer, especially black hip hop artists have on the substance side. It just seems very easy or cookie cutter. Like Chance the Rapper kind of is the perfect example. Like Chance the Rapper came out, it was a different kind of sound, but as he evolved, it became very kind of cheesy when he got to the big day. And
what can I'm finna sing you something. What are you gonna can you get it in your text message?
Yeah.
I'm finna sing you something, but because I don't know if you're gonna hear it. I'm gonna play it for you. Because I saw this shit last night, and you talking about it right now is bringing upon a very interesting time, or us talking about it right now. I'm gonna send you this, but I'm gonna play this clip. Let me know if you can hear this.
All right.
I saw this shit last night, and and it's right on top of what we're talking about. Let me see if I can. That play the role of. Let me see if I can play this.
We do have black people get on the radio every day in white-owned companies, white-owned stations with white-owned sponsors that play the role of hypersexualized, hypercriminalized male. I ask these advertisers, I say, I've got hundreds of songs a day that celebrate killing animals. Will you put them on your station? They said, no. I got hundreds of songs a day that talk about assaulting women and abusing kids. Would you put them on your station? They said, no. I said, I got hundreds of songs a day that talk about murdering blacks. Would you put them on your stations? They said, well, that depends. Depends on what? Who it's done by and who it's branded for. Because if we can get black folks to sing about it and we can brand it for our youngest black audiences, I think there's money to be made. I think there's American appetites to see these people that way. I said, how can you say that? They said, well, look, it's what these artists know. It's what they, black people, create. It's, matter of fact, our surveys say it's what they want to hear, which speaks of a sickness. How do we live in a society where somebody says, you know what, I'm inspired to write a song that celebrates murdering another person. And then a person says, I'd like to put that on my station. Another person said, I'd like to pay for it. And then there's people out here in the audience that go, I'd love to hear it, as long as it's black guys. Because even white people buy rap music, buy this type of stuff, because we know that when we want to hear about killing each other, we know who to turn to for that type of inspiration. We call it our music. We say we own it. White people buy more rap than black people. Yeah, but we're very careful to turn it down at the stoplight when other black people are there. Why? Because we know we're just pretending. For them, it's more authentic and real. I always ask the companies, what about your name? What about your brand? What about your value? And the largest radio company in the world said this: it's okay that we only have drug dealers on our black youth stations. We only have murders on our black youth stations. We support black charities. We give out water at the Martin Luther King parade. I think we've got it covered. We've bought them off. Now, people get upset, the smartest guys in the room again. You're talking about censorship. I don't believe that. I believe in free art, make whatever you want. I also believe that in the mainstream marketplace, people should hesitate associating their name with certain content. You know, there's certain stuff you can't buy at the store. Certain stuff you can't get on iTunes because their brand doesn't want it.
That's a tough one, right? Because we can go back to the 90s when NWA dropped. And, you know, it kind of like it kind of created something where we all fell in love with gangsta hip hop, and it kind of broke the radio and broke, you know, everything. Uncle Luke creating the parental advisory sounds on CDs, like it's very aggressive and explicit music, but at the same time, it's like I feel like it's gone to a point where there's nothing else coming from us. Like when NWA came out, there was still Public Enemy, there was still Tribe Called Quest, there was still other things. When Uncle Luke was out, there was still, you know, there was still other genres of black music that was presentable. Like the fact that nowadays, to that video point, that's all on the radio. The only thing on the radio right now is my pussy pink, my booty hole brown. Only thing on the radio,
Right.
it's the only thing we hearing. It's like, what the fuck we doing? What we doing right now?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like
And
and I hate saying it because I feel like I sound like I'm saying the generation before us, like hating on hip hop, but it's like, bro, okay, we've gone too far. We've gone too far, guys.
and I'd be conflicted because as a person, like I've always loved hip hop. From the moment I seen Beat Street and Crush Groove, I knew it was going to be a part of my life forever, a big part of my life. And NWA captivated my soul. I leaned more toward the Wu-Tangs, the Hoes, the DMXs, the Tupacs, the people who spoke what I came out of my house and saw.
I mean, even those artists had that formula in there somewhere. It was a little bit. It wasn't to.
And that's what I'm saying, right? Because as a person, I was conflicted because I thought about Kanye. Graduation. I can't remember what's up. Everything I am, man, killing some whack shit, except for when niggas is rapping, right? Yeah. So I agree with that because as much as I'm a Griselda, I'm a Griselda guy. Yeah. Niggas talk about selling dope all day and selling dope to art communities. So as much as I love to hear it, I do feel conflicted, but Griselda don't just talk about that. Right. And that's the thing. And I don't want to sound like the old hater because I really do like a lot of these young guys.
Right.
And when I first saw it, I was reading the comments and everybody was basically saying we're the problem. The problem is in the Black community. We can't blame the white man. We make the music, yada, yada. But in my mind, I'm saying these kids, the rest in peace King Vons, the rest in peace every young rapper that died who talked about some of this shit, and a lot of the guys because a lot of them don't even be tough or straight guys. But the perpetuation of street music comes from the community that has not been changed. You can gentrify cities all you want to. As long as the Black community stay impoverished, what else do they have to talk about? Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that they can't talk about more vulnerable things. Right. But now, because today, now niggas are singing about killing you.
Real shit.
Niggas are singing from pain about their dead homies and all the stuff where they come from. And still going, kill all the ops and smoke on the niggas.
Little buddy on trial, YMW Melly. Like his song, he's singing "Murder on My Mind," and
that's an R&B rap song where this nigga sing about killing people that he may have actually killed.
That's his homies.
Yeah, so it's like I can't be mad at the system. I can't be mad at hip hop. I gotta be mad at the system that's creating the condition that's creating these kids that come out and feel like this.
And to your point, like, of course, you know me, my favorite rapper is Biggie. Biggie has Give Me the Loot. I don't give a fuck if she's pregnant. Give me the baby rings. And the #1 mom pendant. Like, he said that, and that's crazy. But if you, like, for me, the big difference between, like, a song like Give Me the Loot, when he's talking about robbing and singing about pregnant women, and some of the shit that's out today is, like, there's a story behind it. There's an art form, there's a structure in place. Like, the album is Ready to Die. If you listen to the whole album, he's talking about the struggle from Things and Change to Suicidal Thoughts. He's talking about the struggles of being in these impoverished neighborhoods and the things you have to go through and the thoughts that go through your mind and the situations that happen in the ghetto. Like that whole album to me, that's one of my favorite album of all time in hip hop because like he's telling a story that's very dark, but he throws in like shit like Big Papa in between there and One More Chance in between there. But at the same time, it's about the struggle and like how fucked up it is and how much he wants to get out of it and wants to find something else. Like and I feel like today's music is very much so like it's just cheap. Like even though like for instance, the person I listen to considerably a decent amount right now is Lil Durk. Right, Durk music don't be about nothing besides his ops and drugs. Nothing. Like it's good music.
And you done had money for a long time now. So when are we gonna get to something else?
You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds good, but it's like all right, bro. What are you talking about though? Tell me something about your life besides.
And I'm really trying to not be the old hater, but it's like that's what's being marketed in the mainstream, and it's like we don't have enough of us in power and the structure of hip hop to be able to facilitate more J. Cole's, more Wale's, more Kendrick's. Because I don't believe it ain't no young guys out here who feel like that,
And
who have substance.
did you watch?
Because I listen to a lot of young guys who talk that shit, who talk street shit, who talk vulnerability, who talk introspective, who have intricate bars. They out there. They exist. Savage and all them guys exist.
Did you watch Gillian Wallow on Academics?
Huh?
Did you watch Gillian Wallow interview on Academics?
I only saw the clip of them talking to Joe Budden.
So there's two kind of points I want to kind of point out from that interview that I think kind of relate here. The first one, Wallow was talking about, I guess on Gillian Wallow's podcast, for Game, they kind of showcased like a new song at the beginning of the episode every time, right? A new, like a young artist song. And one time they hyped up this one song, they danced to it, the whole Wallow and Gilly thing. And I guess like a week later, they got a phone call. And in the song, the person's talking about killing his dead ops, whatever. And it's like a Philly rapper. So they Gillian Wallow, they be in Philly. The person on the phone called them and said, "Hey man, you promoted this song." And I guess they knew the guy well enough to know him, to talk to him. Promoting this song, and dude talking about killing my son. You know what I'm saying? And I guess Philly has gotten to a point where Philly has replaced Chicago as this high murder rate city now. And
right.
And Academics asked Gillian Wallow what the reason is, what the cause is of this change in Philadelphia. And they're like, well, you think about it, these kids today can literally talk about Chicago in like a celebratory way. Where they can talk about the neighborhood, 63rd, 64th. They can give you a whole history lesson on Chicago and the violence in Chicago from the 2013 era, the Chief Keef era. They can give you a breakdown of the Chief Keef era rap on the crime side, not the music side, the crime side, to the point where they have now idolized these people, not for their music, but for their actions in the streets. So they treat these young kids in Chicago the way we treated Meech and them. Like they see them the same way we saw Big Meech and we saw like certain gangsters back in our day or whatever. And it's the one thing about that shit, I'm like, bro, the world, like I'm getting old rapidly, or the world is changing rapidly. One of the two things has happened, because like I remember when Chicago was at the heights and it was all Chirac this, Chirac that, and everyone hated Academics for covering that shit in like a CNN kind of way, like talking about these kids killing each other. And now to fast forward 15 years later, and you hear like now cities are replicating that and are like, it's like, bro, I remember when I was a kid, I was like, man, music is not the problem. Hip hop, you can't blame hip hop for violence. You can't blame video games for violence. But I feel like now we reached the point where you can.
You know what?
All these kids, like you said, all these kids are in the streets. We knew Jay-Z. We knew these people. These people had resumes in the streets. Today, these kids see something online and just try to emulate that in music. That's what I
was just telling my daughter this. My daughter's 14, going on 15, and she lives in New Hampshire, the Colonials. There's nobody up there. She one of 3 black kids in her entire school.
Crazy.
And I watch her Snapchat, and it's little white kids throwing up gang, all type of shit.
It's crazy.
Because of my daughter says John. She ain't never been to Philadelphia a day in her life. And
it's crazy.
I don't know how to. I don't even know how to combat it, like, because they're getting fed so much from social media, and it's really, they were born in it. So the world is becoming one big ghetto, and I think, and like I said, you can't blame hip hop. You can blame, for me, you need to blame the 1%, because they the ones marketing this shit the way they marketing it. Like my man said in the video. Because in that video I just showed you, all the people, mainly the black ones, blamed black people, and none of them could see that it's being marketed by somebody. It's being marketed. I don't see Jay-Z marketing this shit as much as they want to call him Illuminati. I don't see the black executives really market. Like, you can't censor anybody's music, but at the end of the day, the artists they putting out ain't smoking on niggas artists. They ain't smoking on packs of niggas artists.
Right.
Diddy ain't putting none of that out. No matter what you want to, he might be a gangster, allegedly, might be a gangster off of wax, but
the thing is,
he pushing.
I think that we're starting to see, like, because this year, in case you guys don't know, there's been no hip hop album to reach #1 in Billboard until Lil Uzi dropped like a couple weeks ago. And I feel like we're starting to see that this is not sustainable. This is not a thing that will be long lasting. If we keep only playing the artists that are killing their dead ops or shaking ass, doing like, it's not going to be a fulfilling career. It's not no longevity in that. I don't feel like at all. We're seeing it through and through. Like Coyle Ray barely sold any music, any albums. We had.
She's a star in my opinion.
She's definitely a star. But like if the music is not based, like hip hop music is no longer based on album sales. It's no longer based on albums. It's based on like getting a cool lyric or good 15 seconds on TikTok. It's based on that now.
So I guess you could say that the algorithm is killing all of this shit. I
believe it. I feel like so. I feel like you got to say that. Only artist that I know of recent times making albums for real is Drake. No one else.
And you know really... what? I just told my kid this too because I was watching Cameron got a show on Paramount where it's like Pimp My Ride, but he decorate houses.
Oh shit!
Like it's called Hip Hop My House, and I was watching these kids like their favorite artist was whoever, whether it was Polo G or whoever, Migos, whoever, right? Yeah. And every time, like Cam or the co-host asked them what their favorite song was, it was like the single. Now I can't speak for the whole era that I grew up in, but I feel like when we was coming up, the single was like that was cool. That made us buy the album, but we were more into the B-side than we was these kids don't listen to albums. So even if the kids,
your favorite song on Blueprint was Hola Vito, not Hola, H to the Izzo, I'll judge your ass. Your favorite song on Blueprint was H to the Izzo, I'm judging you. I'm judging you off rip. If your favorite song of Kanye West College Dropout was Workout Plan, I'm judging you. Like, I'm judging the shit.
It's like they'll go to a concert to see their favorite artist and know the single.
Yeah.
So that's probably why not many stars are being created. And I feel like they're more obsessed with the celebrity. They're more obsessed with the person, with the shit they're doing on Instagram than they are. They're more concerned about the antics of the artist than they are the product.
Yeah.
It's just like Styles said on the post that I just sent you earlier. Like people are making the celebrity more important than themselves.
Yep.
And it's all about his actions, not about the content they producing. And when I have debates with people on Twitter, Threads, wherever I'm at, it's like, yo, y'all too invested in the artists. I like these niggas. I like some of them, but I don't care about none of these niggas that much. What does the music sound like?
But like, and this is no shade to her. I feel like she's done a great job with her career. But I feel like you look at Cardi B, she's a perfect example. Like Cardi B, the album in 2016, album went crazy.
Be careful with Cardi because Cardi.
No.
She'll respond to you herself.
Big ups to Cardi. She'll hustler. But I feel like when you see her, the formula she went by, like she dropped the album, it went crazy. She made buckets of money, and now for the rest of her career, she really just drop a verse or a feature or a song, and that's it. It's been
like 7 years since that album dropped.
Exactly. If you can live off of that forever, what you need an album for? For what reason? Look at Rihanna. Why didn't I'm making music for what? I'm making more money doing this. Like, more music for what? Who am I providing?
Maybe the time is just outgrowing us, bro, and we starting to sound like dinosaurs, and it ain't.
But I don't know because you have a daughter who's 13. You said how old is your daughter?
14. She'll be 15 in a month and a half.
So who's the artist she's going to the most listening to music to?
Good thing about my child is she's versatile and she likes 90s music and stuff too, but I guess I can't really call who her favorite artist is.
Because I remember
she a lot of different stuff.
When I was 15,
that's good in my butt. I can say the daughter right up under her, she's with J Month, whether it's Baby Money out Detroit or Skilla Baby or the Detroit sound is prominent with these kids right now. Right. And a lot of the artists they listen to is
Detroit sounds so unique.
Op music. That's what at this point I guess is what you got to call it because it ain't gangster rap. It's op music.
Right.
Op music and emo music. Right.
I felt that op music, as you coined it, the op music is so. Like, I can't tell who's who. Maybe because I'm getting older, like you said. I can't tell who's which. Who's I'm saying I can't tell who's I'm saying 42 Doug or who's Babyface Ray sometimes. Like it goes in and out. But like at the same time, it's like, who is the star? Who is not a star? Who's the mega star of this generation? Like who are these people? Who are the Cole Kendrick?
I don't believe they have any.
I don't think so either.
I don't believe they have any.
Like the closest thing they got probably is Uzi Vert, but Uzi at the same time, is he a rapper? Is he?
Yes, he is, but
he was. Is he a rapper?
He is, but I want
to rock. Not a rap
if
song.
that's where rap is going,
Just Wanna Rock is not a rap song, bro. I don't care what they tell me.
Hey.
Just Wanna Rock is not a rap song. He's not rapping on that song.
It's not even a verse in the song.
I swear.
If that's where rap is going, as far as mainstream artists, count me out.
Yeah.
I feel like as old niggas, we got to be more comfortable saying that. Like, we ain't got to like everything they do. We ain't got to jump in it. We ain't got to hate it. But we ain't got to, you know. I feel like as OGs, a lot of times we spend so much time hating it and complaining about it when you can just not acknowledge it and go project the things you do. Like, that's why when I'm on apps, I try to push out, yo, this is what I'm listening to. Quit complaining about what they doing and push some of this more, because if the companies ain't gonna do it, somebody got to do it.
The first time I remember like seeing the quote unquote old heads start dissing new music from my era was like the Lil Jon era, the Soulja Boy era, the Crank. Like when Crank started happening, that's when I first started seeing hip hop is divided, and that was like the first.
I wasn't feeling that.
The Crank, the Crunk, all that shit. Like it's not. It felt the separation starting to happen. New Boys, the Jerk shit. That shit.
I was not feeling none of that. And now, you know what?
And like I agree.
However many years later, like even when I was watching the BET Awards and I was seeing them celebrate the hip hop 50, I appreciate that era so much more now. Looking at what we got now, I swear I do. I was watching that shit like you.
That nigga Lil Jon was a genius.
Lil Jon I've always liked, but I'm like Crunk era.
Soulja Boy.
I'm talking about the dance, the party like a rock, all that shit. I didn't like it at the time.
Yeah,
I appreciate it so much more now than what we had.
Like, and I feel like one reason is because like, as stupid as some songs were, or as silly as it was in the moment, they were never like the biggest thing in the genre.
Right.
They were never like as big as Soulja Boy got. Soulja Boy still had to go up against, I'm saying, like some Lil Wayne, Kanye West ass niggas. Like it was right there next to him.
Not to mention, they wasn't doing nothing but trying to have fun. They just wanted to dance.
That was it.
These niggas is in there, mask. These niggas is doing something different.
Get it back in blood.
They scare me. It's to the point when it's to the point when I'm outside and I'm at a club or a bar, when I see niggas that look like them, I take my drink and go that way. Like, let me get away from these niggas. These niggas, they might not even be tough. They may not even be tough for real, but that's the shit out.
Because like, it's like many times I felt like this has happened when like I seen like, the older heads come in and like mumble rap came out when Migos first dropped with Versace. Niggas hated that shit. It. But like even then, comparing Versace and Fight Night to whatever's going on now, it's like night and day. I feel like
I appreciate it so much more now.
So much now, bro.
I appreciate it so much. And that's why I don't want to too much complain about this, because we don't know what's next.
We don't know what's next. But the thing is,
in 5 more years, I may appreciate op music more if everybody doing what Uzi doing.
No, facts. You might, but at the same time, I felt the difference is in those moments that I just discussed, like the Migos, there was something else in the forefront also. Like when Migos was popping, you had the Drakes, the Kendrick, and the Coles. When Snap and Crunk was popping, we had the Lil Waynes, the Kanye's, the Jeezys, and whatever else you had out there. 50 Cent Game. Like now, I feel like there's no artist under the age of 25 that's spitting or that's giving you something creative, thought provoking, really, and that's in the forefront. Like, of course, I'm sure there's underground cast is killing it. Like you said, the Simbas, the Sayari, the Kids, the JIDs.
Toby and Gigway, I can't say his name, but I'm
not really a fan of him. I'm a fan of his Instagram. Like, I can watch the snippets. I can watch the snippets, but I ain't watch. I can listen to the whole project.
I wasn't at first. Then somebody was like, "Nah." Somebody got to put you on. Play this. I had about 4 or 5 joints. Then I said, "Nah, he got something." But I guess the question would be, why is ageism so prominent in the Black community because did you see I was just watching the Back to the Jelly Roll thing. He saw Reba McEntire and he was just like in awe. And it's like our era seems like, or our community seems like, yo, it's fuck them old niggas, fuck them young niggas. And I feel like it's not everybody because you see Busta has gracefully included the youngins. You see you see it happening. But on the major scale, our generations don't seem to be meshing well. And hip hop is killing its legends. And that's like, we the only genre to do that.
Well, I don't be seeing that much hate from the older generation and right now that I did in the past.
Not like it used to be.
Like I feel like when Nas dropped Hip Hop Is Dead, that was like some old nigga. I hate what's going on right now. Shit. Even though I love that album, that's not happening. I feel like now.
It's not happening as much as it used to be.
Yeah.
But I still feel like maybe, and I think it's outside of hip hop. Our community does that in general. And I remember coming up, like, you respect grandma. I guess because the grandma is 27 now, so it's a different vibe. I don't know.
Like, even like seeing J. Cole get on like Dirk's song or 21 Savage song or Moneybagg Yo, like it's like, all right, cool. Like it's dope to see him do that. But also, like he's also doing it in a way. Like, if you listen to that Lil Durk song, like even though it's a kind of a corny song, it's kind of giving the Nas, I Know I Can vibes. But what Cole was saying is important. Like he's talking about how these kids are getting killed, and they're only promoting this kind of music, and media's promoting them after they get killed more than it was before we were still living. It's like, and doing it on a song with Durk, who has tied so much of that shit, it was important to see the contrast, and I'm hoping that some of the niggas
I'm
heard
hoping
that
to see
shit.
more of that from Durk.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nas, by the way, too, before I got on, I just saw that maybe there's a Magic 2 drop.
Magic 2.
And I'm hoping that's true because Magic is my favorite in the Nas Hit Boy series.
Yeah, for me, it's either Magical or King's Disease 2. My two favorite for sure.
That's how I go for me. It's Magic, KD2, KD1, then 3.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that one. I agree with that 100%. That's perfect order. KD3 was cool.
I guess, and I was
Magic, he was in a different bag in Magic.
Man, what?
Ooh, he was a different bag in Magic.
Yeah, wasn't he? I was about to ask you if Gillie was a good representation for the OGs, because I gave Gillie a lot of shit last episode, but I guess this conversation kind of put it in perspective for me that I guess even though Gillie do some shit I don't agree with sometimes, I guess you can kind of say he is, because he does include the youngins. The youngins fuck with him. I think he fly the handle too much, but now I'm realizing that's just Gillie being polarized.
I think Gillie's a good representation of an OG in general. I can't speak on it for music because literally, I ain't gonna lie to you. And if Gillie see this and diss us, man, I apologize to you in advance. I have never in my life listened to Gillie the Kid song.
Gillie's dope. Gillie was dope.
I heard one song he just Lil Wayne. I'm like, I was a Wayne fan. So like for me,
Gillie was right.
Who was this nigga dissing Wayne? You wrote for Lil Wayne. Nigga, who is you? I used to like,
Gillie was dope. Gillie is dope to me still. I wish he would. I think this will be a good time for him to put out more music to remind niggas how dope Gillie truly is. But he ain't better than Joe Budden. But Gillie was always one of the guys I liked.
And I can't imagine.
But I was in high school when Major Niggas came out.
Exactly. For me, Gillie, I remember I heard Gillie diss song to Wayne that one time, and then Wayne came back with the Willie the Squid. Lily Pad rappers like, all right, he killing this nigga. Whoever this nigga is, he gets bodied.
Yeah, I still never thought he wrote the first Carter, but
he wrote that first.
I do like Gillie.
I ain't got time for that one. Hey, Vic,
I like him as a personality too.
Listen to that first Carter. That first Carter is some of the best raps Wayne ever had. And if you're gonna tell me that Gillie wrote that shit, I'm gonna be very upset. It
don't sound. Gillie was, not Gillie. Wayne was in his whole bag. And the way Gillie raps, he raps with that kind of delivery, like a talkative delivery.
But that's what I want somebody to ask Gillie the question, because like, okay, to say you help Wayne write is one thing. I need you to tell me what you did. Did you actually hand this man a verse and say, here, go spit this? If that's the case,
I don't believe that. I
got further questions.
I think he might have helped brainstorm, throw some lines, maybe
okay. I can accept that. I can accept that.
But I don't think you wrote those verses for Wayne.
All right, because that boy said Wayne went crazy. BM Jr. Oh no,
we talking about the year in hip hop. Do you have a song of the year so far? Because I ain't been listening to a lot of shit.
For me, in hip hop, it's tough. it's tough. It's tough. I mean, All My Life by Drake and Cole is probably the best hit I've heard this year so far.
Fuck what the algorithm says. What do you like?
Oh, for me, Killer Mike album is getting hella play still.
No, that's the one for me.
Killer Mike album is getting incredible play for me still. It's a bunch of records on there, but Motherless is just, man, I can't. It's just.
I like Run.
Yeah,
I like the whole Killer Mike.
The whole Killer Mike
album.
It's a great album. It's a great project. It's a great project. The Larry June project is cold to me. Larry June, one of them rappers.
I heard it.
See, Larry June, one of them rappers that he's not lyrical, but like he gets me through the day.
Larry is a vibe, man.
Put this a vibe.
I don't listen to it. I don't listen to it enough because my car ain't nice enough. I need a nicer car. So I don't be feeling like I don't be feeling Larry-ish in my car. I gotta get a nicer car before I do.
He be talking that shit. That's what he be talking that shit. Like, yeah, Larry. I need to drop the top and say in Cali all this shit. That's what I need right now with a blunt.
Yeah, I need a drop top for Larry June, man. I fuck with Larry June though. I don't even. For me, I can honestly tell you, I haven't heard most of what came out this year. I haven't been excited.
Well, I don't know anything that's come out that I would want to listen to, really.
I ain't listened to no Griselda. I still ain't finished Conway. I ain't finished it. I think Westside put something out this year. I haven't heard it.
Well,
I know
Ransom.
I know better than that. I ain't finished Ransom, and I know better than that.
Director's Cut 4?
Yeah, I ain't finished it.
Okay.
I bought it, but I didn't finish it. I haven't. I just ain't been in that bag because music ain't been captivating me like it normally does. I think the only shit that I stayed in my rotation is Killer Mike. I guess for song, like it's a couple songs that came out this year that I do repeat. Ray's Different, Jeezy and Nipsey on that drama shit.
Okay.
And that joint Jack Harlow got on that drama shit, even though it's like 2 minutes. That joint Jack Harlow got on that drama shit is hard. But outside of that,
I'll get my bias off real quick. I'll get my bias off
Mm-hmm.
real quick. I mean, Sabbath's gonna come out with that No ID project soon, and that song Human Nature he got is fire.
I haven't even heard it.
No, it's actually the first song that got a little sleeper love from the JVP. First song that got sleeper love from JVP for Sabbath. Parks played that shit. That was like so crazy.
Oh, I did hear that.
Yeah,
Parks played it. I've been on that last shit Mello put out. That last
En Route.
Just that. Is that the name of it?
Yeah, the En Route project. Yeah, Long Live Squeak, man. Yeah, dope. Yeah, shout to that project.
That shit is fire. I'm talking about. I was in Detroit a few weeks ago. I'm like, y'all got to hear this nigga.
And you know me, I'm still super Gibbs fan. So Gibbs had the best album for me last year. So that's still good.
That's last year though, and that's
ain't been shit this year for me. Ain't been shit this year for me really. Besides Killer Mike and Larry.
I don't even remember what that's the problem. There's so much music coming out. I can't even remember what my album of the year was last year.
I forgot Pusha T dropped last year. I forgot Pusha T was last year. I forgot that was this year. It was last year.
Push was last year.
Everything. JID was last year. Push was last year. Something else big was last year. The Drake.
Hey, that Pusha and Jim Jones shit came and went quick, didn't it?
Because Pusha didn't drop that shit. Push didn't drop. Yeah,
Push waiting. You know, Push gonna put together a whole. When his album dropped, you know he ain't done.
Surgical Summer. Tick tick tick.
You know he ain't done when that him and Drama drop. Push gonna make a cake for that nigga.
I swear.
Because that Jim response was hard. I was like,
no, Jim came. See, I've been saying for a while. I've been kind of noticed as well. Jim Jones.
Don't say Jim came. You know the nigga kill you.
Jim Jones has gotten so much better as a rapper over the last 10 years. Like it's crazy.
You said what?
This is not Summer Miami Jim Jones no more. Jim Jones came a long way.
Nah, Jim is rapping.
Yeah, he been rapping.
Jim is rapping.
That Harry Farr project was so hard, bro.
I think Push set a trap though. I think he fell into the trap.
Either Push did or Jim Jones did.
I think Jim fell into the trap. I think Jim fell into the trap for sure. And I think I don't think he's ready for what Push gonna do next. But he might be.
But I think that what Jim opened the door for is because Push is petty. I can see Push taking this time to just diss Drake again, bro. He gonna just find a way to diss Drake again. So all he gonna do is come at Drake. He go, all right, Junior outside. I'm going for your mans. He's going right back for Drake. I can see him doing that shit.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like as I get older, it's like I'm getting to a point now. I'm like, man, because you know me, I have that cape on forever, bro. And I just want him to come back one more time and deliver one more good album, bro. Because I'm like Kanye, bro. I want one more good album.
Here you go, dog.
I want one more good album, man. Joe. I know what's in him, bro.
I don't never need a Kanye West album again. Never.
Ever?
I'm okay. I don't never need one. Never. I'm cool with Dropout to Graduation. Maybe a little bit of Twisted Fantasy.
No Throne?
Well, Throne don't to me. You count that as a Kanye West album. I don't.
I count as both their albums.
So yeah, Throne will always
no Pablo.
But
no Pablo. No Pablo.
Well, he can keep that shit. He can keep it. It's a couple niggas, but that's a better conversation.
So
that's a better conversation. Who can you live without in hip hop for the rest of their career? I don't need no more. Look, Chicago, please don't be mad at me, but I don't need no more Kanye. I don't need no more Chance. I don't need. I don't need no
more Chance either.
Who else do I?
I'm gonna tell you mine. This is Chicago. This is Chicago. Nigga, Big Sean. Adios. Adios, Detroit.
Honestly, I'm kind of straddling that line too. Pause. I don't know if I need no more Big Sean.
Big Sean last album came and went so fast. That man had
I don't know if I need any more.
He had a Nipsey song on there that it's the only song I listen to.
And until these niggas stop dissing and start dissing each other for real and saying what they really feel, I don't know how much of any of it I need.
Do you think we finally get it, bro?
What?
Do you think Kendrick and Drake will finally go ahead and diss each other for real?
I hope so. Because to be honest, I might not need no more Kendrick.
He's getting there for me, bro. I might
not need no more.
Get there. Unless, this whole little baby King thing he doing.
Kendrick or Good Kid City Kendrick come back, I may not need no more. I'm tired of being
this whole baby King thing Kendrick going on, bro. I'm like, come on, bro.
I get it. You trying to push his cousin. I get it.
He sounded like his cousin. Like, why are you rapping like him? I can't tell who's who.
Those are single. I'm all for experimenting with new stuff, but I don't need another whole hour of trauma. I don't need it.
I told y'all that album. No one really says it. That album is not good to me though. It's not even like just mid. It's just not a good album. That album is not good. I can't listen to it.
I don't think that it's not good. It's just too traumatizing.
Because don't get me wrong, Butterfly was traumatizing. Butterfly had good music on it. He was actually like, the music was good on Butterfly. Like I love Black and Bear. I love Complexion. I love Institutionalized. Like, it's great.
I'm not big on either of them like that, but I'll take Butterfly over Morale any day.
Yeah, it's not even close. Mortal Man. When shit hit the fan, you still a fan?
For Mortal Man alone, I'll take it.
Man, that's all you need.
For Mortal Man alone, I'll take it. I just want to hear, that's what it is. I just want to hear niggas rap again. Drake walking around talking about the next time he drops, he gonna rap again. I believe that when I see it, because I'm tired of him. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of him. I don't want to be on the Nas train, but because hip hop ain't gonna never truly die.
Yeah.
But I think hip hop is going through a.
And that's how you know it's over for Big Sean, because Big Sean had a whole Hit Boy album. He the only one that Hit Boy album wasn't good. He's the only one that had a bad Hit Boy album. Everybody else Hit Boy album was fire.
Too much.
Everybody else Hit Boy album was fire.
Now you doing too much. Detroit 2 was not a bad album. Now you doing too much. That's your Big Sean bias. That's your Big Sean hate bias right there. Hey, that album was not a bad album. It just wasn't.
Okay, let's do this. Rank these three artists. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Big Sean, Meek Mill, Wale.
For me?
I know. I know who last. It's okay.
Yeah, Big Sean's last. No matter who That's what it is. I'm not so biased to my own city where I ain't gonna keep.
I mean, y'all got some hitters over there. I just feel like, man, Big Sean just I don't know what he did. He just fumbled it so crazy to me. Like he almost as bad as Chance. Almost as bad. Chance only
Nah,
had
he
like,
ain't that bad. I
said
think a
almost,
Big
yeah.
Sean album.
Sean
If
had
Chance
a
never
good.
say another word on the album again, I'm okay. I don't even want to hear Chance feature. You keep it.
Chance, but see, listen.
I take a
to
Vic Mensa
Chance
album
credit,
before I take a Chance album.
I'm not sure if it was last year or the year before. He has one good song recently though. It was Joey Badass called "Highs and Lows." Give it one listen. I swear to God, it's a vibe. That's one song. Like, all right, Chance,
I
you
think
still
I
there?
heard that. I think I heard that.
Like you,
That's who had the album of last year for me.
Joey
Joey Badass.
2000.
That's who had the one for last year for me.
2000 was hard. 2000 was very
but
hard.
Yeah, give me I don't even want to hear. Give me a Vic Mensa album before you give me a Chance album.
I ain't mad at that take. I ain't mad at that take.
Yeah, like I don't want to hear Chance do nothing. I rather see him be on Wild 'N Out. He should just go join the Wild 'N Out cast. I would love to see him do that. He entertains the fuck out of me on Wild 'N Out, but he can keep the music. I'm good.
How about Action Bronson?
I like Action.
Yeah.
I like Action. Yeah.
Yeah.
And almost anything that anybody that Alchemist work with is gonna
Alchemist stuff. Hopefully
Alchemist don't pick no slump artists to work with. I don't think Action get enough respect, in my opinion.
I'm hoping that Freddie and Benny reconcile, man. Cause like for me,
but do you want to hear the album after niggas mopped him up?
I don't hear the album of them together, but like for me,
that's what I'm talking about. Do you want to see these niggas make an album after he got beat up in Buffalo by his friends?
No album together. But I feel like I miss hearing Conway and Freddie.
Listen, I said I'll hang out.
Come on, you want to come hang out?
The star of the show is entered the building.
Phoenix Rain, say hi, Phoenix Rain.
Hi.
You want to talk to the world? No, you just want to hang out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go poke that stool and hang out while Daddy talk. Go ahead, poke your little chair.
Yeah, I miss hearing Freddie and Conway. Them two together, always magic.
Yeah, I would love to hear them together, but it's just like the optics of it look different now.
True.
Honestly, I ain't finished that album yet, but I heard a little bit of Arsenal's Big Jersey. Arsenal's Big Jersey is tough.
Man,
everything is kind of depreciating. Battle rap hasn't even been good this year.
It hasn't. I haven't seen many.
It ain't been good to me.
That mattered for real. But I tell you one thing about battle rap. Charlie Clips is climbing up my list as far as the top ever. Clips is getting higher on that list for me.
Yeah, but I feel like in battle rap, we've been talking more about a possible scuffle between Papoose and Easy the Block Captain more than we have battle.
Yep.
I don't know if everything is depreciated. That's why I've been watching wrestling, because WWE is about some of the only shit that's been exciting me.
I can't get back into it, man. I can't get back into it. I feel like when I realized wrestling was fake, I was like, I'm out. It lost me then. Like, when John Cena came, I was out.
Fake. It's scripted. It's not fake.
But when I found out it was scripted, like my childhood, bro, I believe that Undertaker burnt down the crib with Kane in it, bro. I believed that shit, bro. I believed it. They sold me, bro. Kane was dead and came back to life to kill Undertaker. I believed that shit. They had me convinced.
He was dead and came back to life, and that was real.
They had me convinced of this shorty. I believe every second of it.
Yeah. Are you watching anything right now?
On the TV side, not for real. I'm trying to get back into the Chi a little bit, but it's kind of.
I said I was gonna try to watch it, but I don't know. The Chi is becoming too much like a telenovela at this point.
That's how Power is. But Power, I'm already invested in Power to the point where I can't turn.
I just gotta keep watching it, even though.
I can't let Power.
Yeah, like
Tariq is so stupid, but I'm here now.
You know what I was watching? This shit called From.
I heard about that.
Man, that's some mind
Amazon,
work
right?
shit.
So
that's
Amazon,
some mind work. What's up, baby? That's some mind warping shit.
Is it on Amazon?
Because, huh?
It's on Amazon or Netflix?
It's on MGM, the network, but I watched it on Amazon. It's on the same shit Godfather or Harlem come on.
Yeah, okay, bet.
And I watched it because I forgot what made me watch it. It's some M. Night Shyamalan type shit. But it's about this town, and once you go in it, you can't get out of it.
Oh, shit.
But that was some of the best shit I've seen on TV. And it's these monsters that live out in these woods, and you don't know why nothing is happening. But shit that's happening, to me, it almost put me in the mind of AI. I've been watching a lot of tricky shit lately. I watched this old movie. I seen it when I was little, but that was in 95. I was like 12 or something. Denzel and Russell Crowe, Virtuosity.
Okay, yeah.
And it's about, you remember that?
Yeah.
And it's about, but the killer in it was like an AI program that they somehow brought to the real world. And I just keep watching all this shit happening, all these new social media apps. That's why I feel like everything is deteriorating.
Like Infinity War. When Infinity War happened.
Yes, I feel like everything is deteriorating because, and I don't want to get on my conspiracy theory shit, but it feels like the 1% is trying to create a one world everything, and the easiest way to get everybody on one accord is to monopolize their brains and keep these niggas occupied on these idiot boxes all day.
And they're pretty much buying our identities, like slowly. like with all these face filters that we're using, like all these face filters, they're buying our identities through these algorithms, like slowly but surely. They're buying our intellectual property. Our IPs are just theirs. They're making money off of it. But before we get out of here, I gotta ask you about one hot topic real quick, bro.
Yes.
So in the news lately, I'll try this with a straight face. I'm gonna try my best. In the news lately, right? Especially with your daughter in the room, it's gonna be awkward doing this, bro. Adam 22, bro.
Oh, yes. Let's talk. You gotta go. Hold on. You gotta go. I'll let you back in a minute. No. Go sit.
Listen.
I'll let you go.
I ain't ever go that comfortable. I don't care if you put myself in a mind state to be that comfortable with my significant other. To let that happen. But I can't imagine.
These niggas cooking. Fucking and cooking.
Yeah, I can't imagine, bro. I can't imagine. I just can't. So, in case you guys aren't aware, Adam 22, head of the No Jumping podcast, covers hip hop and everything around hip hop in some sort of way. White dude, married a porn star years ago. And they also have a podcast on the side on their OnlyFans where they interview other porn stars, and then they go ahead and have they fuck the girls. They interview the girls and they fuck the girls together as a couple.
I saw that.
So I guess it's been going on for some time now, and now the wife has set up a plan to sleep with a black male porn star, and it's come out now, and the results ended in him completing inside of her. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy, bro.
Completing.
It's crazy. Imagine being married to somebody. Not only do they have sex with somebody else, but it's recorded and dude bust in them. No. Nope. I ain't ever gonna be that cool, but I can't do it, bro.
Okay. So I don't subscribe to normal ideology when it comes to this whole man-woman relationship, monogamy, all of that. I don't subscribe to it. I'm very secure. A lot of our male watchers are probably not about to agree with me because, you see, I got kids, so it's hard to say some of this stuff. But I don't, if I knew, I couldn't live in a polygamous lifestyle now because I have children and I've already created life in the, I guess, normalized system of creating family. So, but had I not had kids, right, and let myself live through life, I could see myself in a polygamous relationship. Not because when you say that, women automatically think, oh, oh, you just want to have a bunch of bitches. You want to have your cake and eat it too, which is the dumbest saying in the world because what else are you supposed to do with cake? But I could live in a shared situation. I could be a brother husband with no problem. Most guys couldn't do that because I might not like you 3 days out the week. So if long as me and the guy got along and we can all be at the movies together, pass the popcorn, nigga. And matter of fact, you can have her on a good night. You want a Friday, Saturday, Sunday? She might get on my nerves Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right. I could see myself in something like that had I started in that lifestyle before I had children. So I'm not insecure enough to the point where I feel threatened by another dude or let's just say single. So let's just say when you single dealing with somebody, chances are y'all might not be exclusively dealing with each other sexually. So even in that, I can take it. Long as it's clean, we all good, and I ain't feeling unsafe in a health regard. I could see myself. I'm secure enough in myself to be like, all right. But sitting in the room, like, or doing videos and the whole cut culture, I ain't trying to kink shame nobody. And if you take it as kink shaming, I don't care. But no, that's a bit much, especially with somebody you just put a little baby in, and now he just shooting the club all the way up, stretching your wife out, and he had the nerves to go on Twitter and tweet like, "I'm stronger than the rest of you dudes." Like, no, you look like a buster.
The crazy
you look like
part
a whole buster.
Is he interviewed the dude afterwards. I'm like, bruh.
He interviewed him. He interviewed him?
Yes, true. He interviewed his wife. He interviewed his wife and he FaceTime dude on the interview. It's crazy.
Now, that whole little soliloquy of what I just said was for me to say in a nutshell, I ain't doing or down with none of that shit, and it's weird. Yeah, and weird, I'm not even gonna blame ethnicity on that because everybody white ain't doing no shit like that. That was a bit much. Now when your kid grow up, you gonna see your uncle. What's that nigga name? I don't know what's the nigga name because you know Uncle
the black
Uncle
dude
Kickstand stretching your mom's out.
Uncle Kickstand.
Pause.
Uncle Kickstand. No, man.
Like,
yeah, I can't. It's like, yeah.
I'm as secure as they come, but that I don't even know how to make sense of what. And you know what though? It goes back to the algorithm. It goes back to the whole social media creating. We trying to normalize this type of weirdo behavior shit for the fact of monetization.
That's it.
That's all that was a rollout.
People were selling his own.
Adam. His whole staff left. I never personally liked him. I think he's a culture vulture, to be honest.
100%.
So, and I never seen it, but I heard he interviewed some grand wizard or something. So now it's like, let's get the blacks back. I'm gonna give y'all my woman. I don't. See, this is maybe where we're getting old because maybe we out of our time. Because some of this shit,
I think he's older than you. I think he's older than you. So I don't think
but he's playing a lot of these. See, that's why I'm off the age. That's why I'm off being an ageist because it ain't just the young niggas acting super weird. Yeah. There's a lot of old niggas acting super weird too. The age. I know some young guys.
What's that dude name?
Who?
The old dude who snitches. What's the dude name? He be going at Boozy all the time. Charles something. Charleston
White. Yeah,
that's another example. But just the old dude who's
just
what
I'm saying. I'm watching a lot of us coming to the social media era and this content creation era, and I feel like we the new version of shucking and jiving because it's like the young dudes doing this. We gonna do this. We're in the clout chasey. I'm gonna do anything. Content COE, content over everything. We're in that era where age don't matter no more. Some niggas just don't got no integrity when it comes to doing stuff.
No integrity.
So I can't. It's certain shit that no matter what we do on this podcast, I ain't gonna never do. I'm gonna be myself 100%. And yeah, we're gonna get a little performative, but we damn sure ain't like this certain thing. No, you can't fuck my woman on camera. Uncle Kickstand. And it's not gonna happen.
with no reason. No reason.
And then you just let her, you let them fill your wife all the way up. Now you might have. I don't even know how that works. Like, can she get pregnant again? Because now you might want having a little kickstand junior with your kid. Like, what is happening? What, like, and that's why I said maybe we get dated in certain things, because I'm sitting around. Sometimes I just look at social media and I'd be like, the shit we normalizing.
But like
I don't personally care about it. I don't personally care about it, because if you niggas want to be freaky fucks and freaky deeks, do that. But I'm gonna look like I don't care enough to be invested in it. But I'm just looking like, okay, so this is where we going. This is where we taking it.
But like to your earlier point, like it's all communication. So like, of course, porn stars get married too. So you married to a porn star, and that's her job. One thing, if you married to her and she has never ever done any other male content, and you guys have done this as a team together for these years, and out of nowhere you decide to just, oh yeah, she can fuck this black dude now that I'm in this heat with the black community. It's like, bro, what are you doing? What are y'all doing? Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Like, you've been with her all this time. She never did no other dudes at all. But now she's doing another dude.
It's because
after
everybody left. It's because we ain't been talking about Adam 22 since all them dudes broke up.
I never really messed with Adam 22 ever, for real. I never really been involved.
Me neither. The only time I ever watched them was like when Joe was on there, Dame was on there.
Yeah.
Certain people. And I didn't like how he conducted them interviews and how he claimed to be such a hip-hop person, and him not understand the damage he's doing to the community with some of the shit he do. So to me, him and Vlad the same. He just young Vlad to me. They're the same person.
Yeah, it very much.
And I don't fuck with Vlad. So
I don't fuck with Vlad at all. Vlad be asking most police ass questions I've ever seen.
Not just that.
You telling me your friend shot who?
So not just that. How do you niggas been in hip hop so long and don't be knowing this obvious ass shit, but y'all claiming to be so for the culture?
Because people look at Vlad and they see what Vlad numbers do and just try to say, all right, I'm gonna answer the question.
Everything's an algorithm. We're in a simulation, dog.
That's all it is.
Like we're in a simulation, and it's getting more idiot. You ever see that movie Idiocracy?
Sounds familiar.
Old movie about two motherfuckers going to sleep and waking up in the future, and everybody was dumb, and I'm watching it happen. And they was the two smartest people in the world because they was cryogenically frozen in their era, and everybody was so dumb. They was like Albert Einstein in their era, and they was just regular ass people.
I mean, I feel like that's what we are.
And we here.
Common sense is definitely gone.
If we think this, the worst of it,
integrity is gone more so than anything. Yeah, integrity and common sense.
And think about this. Next year is an election year.
Facts.
It's about to be some
scary times.
And the words of Bernie Mac, it's about to be some smoke in the city.
Man,
it's about to be ignorant. It's gonna be ignorant as fuck. This is where we going. This is where we going. Like, I don't even know, because I like me and you are not alike in taking breaks from social media. I'm not sitting here trying to vilify social media. I just think people need to unplug because we so wrapped up in it. I know people who ain't took breaks in 6, 7, 10, 15 years. And it's like you've been in this news cycle, artificial, being fed bullshit, arguing with motherfuckers about nothing.
Nothing.
That's why they care so much about nothing. Whatever the scandal, I don't even know what the scandal is this week. But whatever it is, it'll be something new next week, and they're gonna be arguing about it
and that's why music is. That's why I feel like music is demoralizing also, because like, think about it. If you are on the phone all day just scrolling through social media, you're not listening to music. You're not listening to music at all. Like the music will come and go. The albums are coming and going faster than ever before. But I remember it was a time when albums, like 3 years ago, albums would last a couple months, and you like, oh man, that album's forgotten about. Now, albums last like a week, 2 weeks. I'm just done.
That's why I don't debate filming music with people no more, because when like people who, that movie was trash. How much of it did you watch?
True.
How much of it did you watch? Because everybody watches movies. Everybody watches movies on a television like this.
Yep, and TV shows. Yep.
Like, so you're not even taking in what's happening. You're not even consuming
background music, background noise.
That's why everybody's sharing opinions and sharing brains and all that shit. It's like, What?
Most people's opinions are based on other people's opinions. That's what everything's based on
Yes.
now.
That's why I hate when niggas say, "Oh, that's my opinion." Are you sure?
Like,
Are you sure?
I remember kind of over to the old topic you always talk about. I remember when years ago, I was one of the only people in the world I knew that was saying Eminem is overrated. And when it got to the point where Eminem is overrated now, where everyone's just saying that like, all right, he ain't that overrated, y'all. Like y'all just doing too much.
Now
Like,
it's a
now
buzz
y'all just doing
topic
too
now.
much.
Yeah, it's a buzz topic. Everybody just if the majority of my timeline feel like this, I'm gonna jump in with them. I'm almost starting to feel like my mom when I was a teenager. When every parent asks you the age-old question, if all your friends will jump off the bridge, are you going with them?
Right.
I feel like when I'm on social media, I'm watching everybody jump off the damn bridge
Non-stop.
together,
Non-stop.
blind leading the fucking blind.
Non-stop.
And I don't know where this is going. I think that's the reason why podcasting is such a the callback to the first topic. That's why this is so valuable at this point, because people don't have real conversations anymore. And that's the reason why so many of the youth, and I don't know how it trickled upward to the older motherfuckers, they're starting to miss social cues. They don't understand sarcasm. They don't understand hyperbole. They don't understand condescension. They don't understand. It's like everything's literal and niggas are stupid.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
I don't get it, but that's why this is what we're doing. That's why it's dope. Think about it. What we're doing right now, there are a million guys from every city who got one of these shows. And we just spent an hour and a half talking about hip hop, but these niggas only talk back to what Styles P said, making the celebrity more important than yourself. All they talk about is what's happening in pop culture.
That's it.
What else is
no true opinion. No true opinion about it, no true take about it, just pretty much just regurgitating information over and over again. It's the same motion. Everything's copy and paste. That's why I used to
Groundhog Day.
There was a couple years ago, I had like a playlist, like I used to listen to a bunch of podcasts. Now, listen to like maybe 3 podcasts. Maybe 3.
It might not even be that many for me no more.
I listen to Joe shit. I listen to who's my boys Ill Advised, and like a couple more like local joints. Nothing mainstream, because the mainstream podcast is so repetitive. I listen to Drink Champs.
Only mainstream.
When they have a good interview, I listen to watch Drink Champs. Like Tony Yayo interview was incredible. That was incredible.
I gotta watch that.
That was a great 5 hours.
Before we go,
that was a 5 hours well spent, bro.
Before we go, because you a Biggie guy.
Uh-oh.
You are a Biggie Smalls guy. I am too.
Today's agenda.
But this topic,
yeah.
Storytelling, Biggie versus Ice Cube, where do you fall in it?
It's tough, man. Because for me, I've always said Biggie's the best storyteller of all time. But like,
so that's your answer,
huh?
That's your answer.
That's my answer. But I don't want to just say it because like Tony Yayo did that shit the crazy. He got disrespectful.
I ain't watching this shit. I gotta sit down and watch that.
But like, yeah, Biggie's my answer because Biggie, I feel like Biggie, for only having 2 albums, has an incredible amount of storytelling songs, like full-length songs telling the story. And I feel like that is pretty impressive. His career is pretty much storytelling.
I don't believe there's a wrong answer.
It's not for
That's
real.
Biggie Smalls and
Ice
Ice motherfucking Cube.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you had to pick I feel like Ice Cube has the biggest storytelling song. Like his Today's a Good Day is.
And you play his shit at barbecue.
Yeah.
We ain't playing niggas bleed like us at no cookout.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
things done changed, Mike. We
ain't playing warning at no barbecue.
No. Do you consider on the mention of Joe Budden shit? Joe Budden called Juicy a storytelling song. I wouldn't call that shit a storytelling song.
It's not.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a storytelling song.
It's not. It's him telling stories in first person.
Yeah, he's kind of addressing like the past.
Storytelling song is where you damn near where you wrote a story in the song.
Yeah, who the hell is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. Yeah, that's a storytelling.
See, and I honestly don't know what side I lean on. I want to say Ice Cube because I grew up on one.
But I'm also younger. So for me, Ice Cube, I backtracked to Ice Cube more than I backtracked to Biggie. Biggie, I kind of I remember being a kid listening to Big Papa and One More Chance,
Right.
like the Biggie shit, like
I
Ice
grew
Cube.
up. I grew up on Once Upon a Time
Yeah,
in the
so.
projects. I grew up on a lot of that stuff.
I'm not sure if I put an Ice Cube for me, just for my taste. I'm not sure I put Ice Cube in my top 5 storytellers because just for me.
Ooh,
Or
no, now he definitely belongs in the top 5.
But
I
over,
still got
over
he had an
Scarface,
entire catalog of stories.
Over
But I
Scarface,
feel like the way
over Scarface, over Nas.
I think I'm putting Ice Cube over Scarface as far as storytelling.
Mm.
I don't know about overall.
Hove.
Nas got Rewind. Nas got I Gave You Power. Nas got
Undying Love.
Undying Love. Woo!
You know what I'm saying? That's got some shit.
Woo! I forgot about that. But Nas don't have a huge catalog of storytelling, though, I don't think.
Project Roach, yeah, a bunch of shit.
Who?
Project Roach off of Untitled album. He was the Roach.
Oh, that shit was fire to me.
You got some shit. You got a few joints.
But Cube, I don't like. I think I'm putting Cube over Nas and Scarface storytelling. I think the way they did it. I don't know if I'm putting them over Biggie's because I feel like Biggie consistently told stories, even in songs that wasn't storytelling songs.
We can't mention storytelling if I mention him saying Slick Rick.
Yeah, Slick Rick is the innovator.
Right.
He's the storytelling innovator, in my opinion.
Every song he told a story.
And if he not in your storytelling top 5, I don't even want to hear the rest of your top 5.
And you know, just to piss you off, I gotta say a name. Just to piss you off real quick, girl.
Cool.
I got to. 3 Stacks.
I'm not mad at that, but
I'm
not mad at that.
To piss you off a little bit, I'm saying.
I'm not mad at that. Like,
that boy be telling stories.
We're talking about 3 Stacks. We can't ever get off this shit, bro. We can't never get off. When we get on here, we can't. We talk about 3 Stacks. We already heard rumors of the album that I don't believe is ever coming.
No,
but Outkast got voted #1 group of all time. Do you agree with that?
It's tough. Cause I used to always like kind of not count Outkast as a duo. When you count Outkast, I think it's kind of hard not to
Don't get into the semantics, Juice. Like what? Do you believe they're the #1?
If they're counted, then yes, I think they're the best group. If they're counted, then yeah, they got to be. They have no misses.
What?
They don't misses. They don't miss as a group. They don't
miss what?
On an album or anything, they always it's a hit every time.
Ooh, I'm about to piss Outkast fans off.
What you gonna do?
I am.
What you gonna do?
Because
who better than Outkast? Wu-Tang?
Huh?
Who better than Outkast? Wu-Tang? It's 9 niggas.
I'm easily putting Wu-Tang over Outkast.
Easily?
But yes, yeah. But before I even go there, a lot of Outkast catalog I can do without.
Whoa.
I can do without a lot of it.
Give me an example.
Give me ATL. Give me Southern Playalistic, ATLians, Aquemini.
And Stank on you.
No, you can keep that. Oh no, give me Stank on you.
Exactly. That's my album.
Give me Stank on you. Believe Bombs Over Baghdad off of it.
How many? All right, listen. What?
Look, give me Stank
on.
Hold on.
What you say? Hold on, time out. Wait. What did you just say? What did you just say? Leave what off?
Give me Stank on you, but leave Bombs Over Baghdad off of it. Don't put a bang in it. Now get that bullshit out of here. Like,
no,
you really listen to that shit. You really listen to in your car.
Yes. That shit, volume up, cranking it.
To do what?
That's incredible music. What you talking
about? You know the
about?
words to that song?
No, I don't know this. But I mean, I don't know the words that the Notorious Thugs are way through either.
Outkast got a lot of songs, and listen, I get it. They're massive.
If you're going to tell me Wu-Tang is easily, if you're going to tell me Wu-Tang is easily over Outkast, name me 4 Outkast albums you're going to keep. What 4 Wu-Tang albums you keeping? You're going to keep 2. And what's 1.5?
See, the things where that's what separates them from them. That's what separates Wu-Tang from Outkast. Because I don't have to pick Wu-Tang albums to go in the Wu-Tang catalog. I can pick 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang Forever, Only Do For Cuban Links, Iron Man. I don't have to pick Wu-Tang album.
I can't give you Iron Man because Iron Man is completely solo. Only book I'll give you Cuban Links is all of them on that joint.
Bruh.
You can't take a solo album like you can't just say give me
It's
the
3 niggas on the front of Iron Man on the cover.
show is
Every Wu-Tang album every Wu-Tang solo album is a Wu-Tang album.
Cal wasn't.
Except ODP and maybe Method Man. But the rest of them Wu-Tang,
Liquid Swords. Liquid Swords got feet. Yeah,
Liquid Swords. No, Liquid Swords is a fucking Wu-Tang album.
Yeah, it is. That's fair.
Like, I don't.
For me, whatever order you want to give it, the top 3 for me is.
I'm really about to piss the niggas off because it's a few more groups that I would take over Outkast.
A few more.
A couple more. Huh?
There's a few more groups over Outkast.
A few more. I'm finna piss niggas off.
Give me these groups.
I'm taking the Locks over Outkast. I'm taking 3 6 Mafia over Outkast.
What are we talking about?
I'm taking UGK over Outkast.
Clip this one. Mr. Clip.
I'm taking. If you're giving me the first 1, 2, 3, the first EP and the next 2 albums, I might take Bone Thugs over Outkast. NWA, yes, I'm taking NWA over Outkast.
They got one album.
They got 2 albums.
2 albums. The second one got Ice Cube on it. One with no Ice Cube. Ice Cube on Niggas for Life?
Huh?
Is Ice Cube on Niggas for Life?
No, but I'm still taking it over Outkast. I don't care.
Oh, man.
I don't care.
You are taking the Locks over Outkast.
I might take Mobb Deep over Outkast. Ain't no Mike. I'm taking Prodigy and Havoc over Outkast. I don't care how nobody feels about it. I'm not here to say list. I'm not here to say listy shit. Everybody want to say shit because this is what fit in the list.
What? Hold on. What? Give me the Mobb Deep album that's better than Aquemini. It don't exist.
I don't have one better.
Give me the Locks album that's better than any Outkast classic. Man, no, hey Vic, I ain't going to Vic. No,
We Are the Streets.
No,
I'm taking We Are the Streets. I'm taking We Are the Streets over a lot of their catalog.
Listen, Diplomatic Immunity is better than the Locks album, and Dipset ain't better than Outkast.
Nah, Diplomatic Immunity.
You just told me with a straight face the NWA is better than Outkast.
I'm not gonna say that. Cause see, this is what I'm saying.
Mobb Deep.
When we talking about better. Listen. This is what I'm saying. This is why I feel like Outkast got put as number 1. Outkast pushes envelopes. Outkast is a very unique sound. Outkast, but at the end of the day, what has Outkast ever said? But I am an alien, a Gemini. They don't say shit.
What?
But again, all
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
They make sounds.
I am outside for real.
Outside of Miss Jackson, and like they say,
Rosa Parks, Elevators. What are we talking about right now?
Matter of fact,
Outkast, Vic.
I wish they would have made more albums.
Walk this one back, Vic.
This is me talking preference, not. I understand their skill sets. Listen, I understand their skill sets, and I think Dre and Big Boy are amazing lyricists, artists,
Have you heard
rappers,
Elevators?
Creatives. Huh?
Have you heard Elevators?
I love Elevators. But what is it about? What is it about?
What this shit was about? We are the infamous. He even rhyming.
You niggas are scared of us. You niggas
He even rhymes the first robot.
What is Tell me what Elevators is about. Tell me what it's about.
Me
it's an amazing
and you,
song.
your mama and your cousin.
That's the hook.
That's what it's about.
What is the song about? Got a call from the other day. Got a call from the other. Some nigga was saying some nigga scared to us.
Jazzy
like,
Bell.
Saying shit.
Jazzy Bell.
You cannot critique Eminem for saying a whole bunch of nothing if you're not gonna look at their catalog and say they said it and made it sound
only critique
very well.
Eminem for that after the Eminem show.
Disabella is my favorite Outkast song. A favorite Outkast song. But
players, oh come on, man, Players Ball.
I love Players Ball. It's probably in my top.
Yo, Vic, take back.
No,
you name me about 5 groups.
My point.
You name about 5. You name 5 groups that not better.
Listen, you proving my point because Outkast has massive hits. They have massive fucking hits, and the verses. It's a lot of niggas that can't fuck with Outkast. I'm not gonna say this, but these niggas is the greatest group of all time based on being innovative and creative, which I think is dope. But the niggas that musically, I prefer a whole bunch of that shit. I'm not
3 6 Mafia that we saying shit. What 3 6 Mafia be saying? You said 3 6 Mafia better than Outkast. Just now,
But the reason why I say that is because 90% of the artists today sound like them, not Outkast.
that ain't true.
Yes, it is.
You gonna tell me
The last 10 years, of hip hop has been very 3 6 Mafia influence. Say it hasn't. That's the reason why niggas
First
believe
off,
they won the verses.
you just dissed Bombs Over Baghdad, which is
Fuck
literally
Bombs Over Baghdad. I hate that fucking song. When I think about that shit, I think about Head of State with Chris Rock in it. I think about that.
great movie.
Fuck Bombs Over
Great movie.
Baghdad. I don't
Great
like
movie.
it. I never liked it. The video made me like the song. It wasn't for Outkast being so. Hold on, got me in here yelling. Look,
International Players Anthem.
I like it because of UGK and because
No, you don't. Hey, Vic, don't lie to me right now, man. That's one of the
What are
best
you
feature
talking
verses
about?
ever. So you gonna tell me that Andre had the best verse in that song? Vic,
To me, it's Pimp C. It's Pimp C for me.
I love Pimp C verse.
It's Pimp C for me.
I love Pimp C verse.
I'm not.
I love Pimp C verse. Pimp C verse is
That's
incredible.
not to discredit
Pimp
Andre's
C
verse.
verse is
For
incredible.
me, it goes
In order. It goes in order.
Pimp C, Andre, Bun,
Big
Big
Boy.
Boy.
It goes order to me. The order of
They
verse.
don't for me.
Yeah, but Andre came in before the beat even dropped and just played that shit.
Man, he ain't the first nigga to ever do that. He ain't the first nigga to ever rap with no beat, bro.
I see.
He ain't the first nigga to ever rap. Just because the niggas spaced out and they start tracking, they aliens and shit. Niggas want to be like, oh.
I ain't say
creative.
NERD's the best group ever. I said Outkast.
They aliens too. Okay, with Star Wars. They Star Trek, they Star Wars.
We talking about Outkast.
I don't. I
What is
think you
going
niggas
on?
rate them too high because of how innovative they are.
Innovation matters. Innovation matters.
It does matter, but that ain't the only thing that matters. Resignation being that the niggas always come up. I can't relate to Eminem.
The art of storytelling.
How the fuck can you relate to
art of
Outkast?
storytelling.
Huh?
The art of storytelling.
I'm not sitting here saying Outkast don't have classics, but okay.
I can name a million Outkast songs. I can name like 5 Mobb Deep songs that are really important.
Who?
Mobb Deep song. I love Prodigy. Rest in peace to Prodigy. Havoc, a great producer. Alchemist, great producer. Listen, ain't no way in this world you're gonna tell me Prodigy and Havoc can rap in the same room as 3 Stacks of Big Boy. You ain't gonna tell me this.
No.
You ain't
I
gonna
wouldn't
tell
say that. Look, I'm not insane, but I'm talking about what I prefer. I'm not sitting here because niggas like to just name lists.
So give me your top 5 favorites. Your top 5 favorite groups.
Top 5 favorite groups. I think I just
Hey,
named them.
and by the way, shout out to your poster behind you because there's literally 2 Wu-Tangs, under 2 Wu-Tangs is Outkast and Mobb Deep, and shout out to Gangstar right next to it. It's hella Wu-Tang on that poster.
NWA. What?
And Outkast right there. Shout out to ATL.
Yeah, like, hold on, Wu-Tang. Like, what are we talking about? Mobb Deep up here.
So,
Like,
question.
What?
So, based off what's behind you, on the what's behind you, the worst group on the poster is Outkast.
You say what?
The last group on your list for the poster is Outkast.
Say that again.
Group. If you had to rank the groups shown on that poster, and sorry for the other listeners.
Groups? You said the last rated group?
Yeah, is Outkast the last one on that list for you?
Let me see.
Would you put Gangstar and Tribe over Outkast too?
Gangstar, no. Tribe, maybe.
I'm the Soul Aquarian.
Tribe, maybe.
Tribe for me is over Wu-Tang. I put Tribe over Wu-Tang. You heard me?
If the Fugees would have kept going, I might have been putting them over there.
I put Tribe over Wu-Tang.
No. I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that.
And Mobb Deep ain't in my top 5 person. Mobb Deep ain't in my top 5.
I'm not mad at nobody putting Outkast at number 1, but for me, it just didn't move me like that. Like after the first, to be honest, like you can give me the first Even though Stankonia got Miss Jackson and all that, I like Stankonia. I could really do without it. You can give me the first three and I'm cool.
I gotta go through this goddamn list again.
You can give me the first three and I'm cool.
What's on Stink on you? Let me pull up Stink on your track list.
You can give me the first three and I'm cool.
The Stink on your have so fresh, so clean. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie to you, Vic.
I don't need so fresh, so clean. It was cool.
Yes, you do.
It was no, I don't need that. No,
Gasoline Dreams.
I don't need none of that shit. I don't need it.
All right, Stink
I'm
on
not saying I don't like
Stink on you is not necessary. Not necessary. I'll give you that. Stink
you can
on
give
you
me
is-
the first three. You can give me Southern Playalistic, AT Aliens, Aquemini, and I'm good. I don't even like the Idlewild movie. You Idlewild was dope to you.
the album or the movie?
The movie.
The movie is garbage.
I like the album better than the movie. The album
sure.
was dope.
The album had Hollywood Divorce on it.
Honestly, I can do without. You can give me the love. You can give me half the Love Below and half a speaker box, and I'm cool. I don't need the whole shit. I don't need them.
I only speak box at all. Speak box gets 0 play.
I don't need.
But Love Below,
You can give me She Lives in My Lap and keep the rest of it.
Prototype,
You
A Day in the Life
I fucking hate Prototype.
A Day in the
hated
Life of
it.
Andre Benjamin,
I hated Prototype. Like you can,
Pink and
I
Blue.
hated it.
Behold a Lady, Behold.
That's fire, but I don't need that. I don't need that.
Oh, Vic, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't
I'll
need
get
it.
off of this pod, listen to that album.
We got
immediately.
808s and Heartbreaks. I don't need that now.
Vic, man. Don't do this to me, man. I don't diss Kanye, but that ain't touching. Come on, man. They ain't touching it. Ain't the same level. I can't believe you just said that, Vic. It hurt my feelings a little bit.
Hey, bro. I think you niggas give Andre too much credit. I get it. He's amazing. He's an alien. He's incredible. But I don't need a lot of it. I don't need. If you finna, okay. If you
This is
feel like
definitely
you're
the
finna live
clip.
on a remote island, if you finna live on a remote island, and they tell you you got 5 albums to take, and they use the album you taking for the rest of you die till you die, how much Outkast you taking with you?
Only hip hop?
If you got 5 albums,
Is
to
it
the
only
day,
hip hop?
only hip hop. How much Outkast you taking with you?
At least one out. At least one.
Which one?
Aquemini or Love Below.
Aquemini, nigga. You don't need the rest of that shit.
Love
you
Below
the
can
rest
go. Love Below is an option because the Love Below has like singing on it, so it's like it add variety. But
Bruh.
Aquemini is the answer for sure.
You not taking the rest of that shit with you. And if they
I ain't
give me
taking no
5,
Mob Deep with me. I ain't taking
I'm
that.
not either, but I ain't taking
I'm
no
not taking
Outkast.
no Mob Deep. I'm not
I
taking no
ain't taking-
Locks.
I probably won't either, but I ain't taking no Outkast either.
I'm not taking no Lock. Ain't no way of putting Locks. The Locks over Outkast. They
Man.
got Chic Luch. Respectfully.
Hey, you better put some respect on. And you know what? I'm
Respectfully.
glad.
Shout out to
You know
Silver
what?
Black Gorilla. Shout out to Silver Black Gorilla.
Look,
gotta-
you know what? And put some respect on his name. And this is how we gonna end it. Because I'm glad you brought the Locks. Because I got an even crazier hip hop discussion for you. That's gonna blow your fucking mind, and we can't have it. It's too long to have right now. But recently, I've been having some discussions,
I'm scared.
and I've been going through the catalog and the mixtapes. and
I'm
everything.
terrified now.
And I got a strong argument that Jadakiss is the greatest rapper to ever do it.
Of all time.
All time.
Next time on Bishop and Steel, we're gonna revisit this.
Tune in
because
on the next episode.
That is
of Mr.
insane. I can't give you I can't find a way you can put Jadakiss over Raekwon. You can't convince me. I can't see it.
Bullshit.
There's a guy
I'm telling
in your bottom left corner that will smoke Jadakiss boots. You
Who?
see him? You see him?
This nigga.
You see him? You see him? Yasin Bey. Most definite. Next time on Bishop and Steel.
You make disrespect niggas I like, but stop playing. Stop playing.
That album is better than Jadakiss' whole catalog, bro. Black on both sides.
No, it's not. It's because the nigga made Umi Says and make you niggas snap
Umi
y'all fingers.
Says,
It's because he made you niggas snap y'all fingers. Stop, man. Stop. 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 Just because he made you niggas slap y'all fingers, he made you artsy niggas come out and make y'all. He made you artsy niggas kind of sex appealing a little bit.
Miss
Now
Fat
you
Booty,
niggas-
nigga. Miss Fat Booty, come on now.
Yeah. I love most too. I love y'all saying, so I don't want to do this, but I'm telling you, tune in on the next episode of Bishop and Steel.
We start off with
I
that.
provide my argument.
We start off with
for
that.
why
We start off with
Jadakiss
that.
is the greatest rapper to ever
We
do.
start off with that for sure. That's how we started for sure. Jadakiss is the best rapper of all time.